What is going on, guys? This is Michael Granados, and in this video, I'm going to show you guys more about what the perfect webinar scripts from ClickFunnels is in this review. This is something I've been getting asked about, and from some of the people that I've worked with and other people in general asking me, what is the perfect webinar script and how can I create webinars? Why do I need webinars? So I'm going to cover all that in this video, so just stay tuned. All right. And so what you're seeing in the front screen right now is the perfect webinar image. This is what you get from it, and I'll break down each and every single concept of this. I actually have it all came to me and they're in with the mail some time ago, months ago. And so I was able to use this. And so, what it came inside with was, it came in this brown package. Came in with a disc called the Perfect Webinar. And then here I have the Perfect Webinar, the same thing you're seeing right now in front. And the reason I wanted to show it this way was because I want to show you some things on the computer rather than just show you this way. And it looks, I want to make it more presentable for you that way. But basically what it has is, I'm going to see some of this when I'm reading it. See, just to show you that I do have this. So I do have the Perfect Webinar. So the intro, if you could follow along with me, has a bold promise, a ruler. So basically, what are people going to get out of this? What do you expect them to see when they're in the webinar? I know at first, when I first started making a webinar and webinars now, is that I was very shy. I was very held back. I wasn't confident about the skills. I wasn't sure how I was going to present myself. I was like, why do I want to go on camera? How do I want to present this? The good thing is that you don't always have to be on camera. Actually, I do most of mine on PowerPoint, and I do a presentation that way. So I can execute them and focus more on what's on screen than what's my face showing. Sometimes I can just show a little screen like the one you're seeing here on the upper right-hand corner and go through the process that I've laid out. So a bold promise, again, is how to do something without failing at this, how to start your own business without having to make mistake after mistake. Promise them something that they're going to learn how to do and follow through with that. Hook to the end. So that's basically where you tell them, like, hey, if you stick till the end of this, I'm going to go ahead and give you a free bonus on something. Command attention. Let them know that you're the one in control, that you have this down, that you're going to guide them, and that they need to be aware from the next slide to the next one, or to your next point to the next one, that you're, got them engaged and that they want to understand how what you're presenting them is working, and it's how it's going to work for them. Qualify yourself. So just, when I first, and I'll show you one of them that I've done. And what you want to do with qualify yourself is basically, who are you? Like, how are you capable of teaching me this? Why would you want to teach me this? Why should they learn from you? So, be as honest as you can about that. Honesty is the best policy. Future pace. So imagine yourself in a place 5 years from now, not even 5 years, in a month, you can be making lucrative amount of money, reoccurring commissions, if you just put in the work right now and let the rest come in later. So things like that, future pacing. Your content is the most important part of all this, and I always emphasize content with every person that I work with. As an online marketer, as a digital marketer, internet marketer, affiliate marketer, content is your backbone to everything you do online. If you haven't started producing content yet, I'm going to show you too. I'll have some more information in the description how I first got started without ClickFunnels. My other favorite, and probably my most favorite outside of ClickFunnels, and how you can create content naturally that flows and what your readers are going to want to know more about. So secret number one, being like, okay, list down the secrets that they're going to want to give you their information for in the beginning, or that they're going to want to stay in the presentation that you have and want to know those 3 secrets. So, you're breaking and rebuilding their belief patterns at the very beginning, at the very top of this. And so you're doing all that, and then you're asking questions throughout, and you're actually doing what's called the closing stack. So which is at the very last step. You're bonus stacking, and you're showing them the value, how much you can give them something, and how much you are willing to charge them for something, for being here. And it doesn't always have to be about somebody purchasing a product or anything at the end. You can just go with it and present to them a lot of value up front, and then ask them how to tell them how they can join with you. But webinars are really good for selling the fastest and going for higher ticket products that you have, or if you're selling somebody else's product, how to make faster money that way, and how to make money at scale. It does take time to learn these skill sets. I, for one, have gone away from webinars for some time, but when I was doing it, and I was doing it on a roll, I was doing very good with them. So I'll come back to them later. I just have so many projects going on. Again, I have 2 businesses now. I have a health and wellness one, and I have one in helping people learn how to make money through affiliate marketing. You can get more information on that below. I'm grateful to have those 2. And because I was able to put all the work up front, and I was able to follow a goal day to day, and I was able to follow a plan day to day. So that's what comes in there. I think I showed you the video that came in here. Let me just grab this. And there'll be more information if you want the perfect webinars. I would recommend you get this. At some point, you're gonna want to understand just how to make them. So that's the camera's over here. I always think the camera's here because I can see my screen. So that's that. And I can just, plug that into my PS4, plug it into my DVD player, into my car. No, not my car. But I can go ahead and do that, and I can start watching it, the presentation, and pretty much it just goes through all this. Gives you more details, gives you more breakdowns. It just gives you more of an overview of how to build a webinar. And the perfect webinar. So let me show you an example of what I did when I was first starting, and I had gotten back to it, and I had to make some changes to it after learning how to do perfect webinar scripts. And so let me go into my, let me do this. I'm trying to figure out how to get there the shortest and the fastest amount away. Okay, here it is. Now that's the PowerPoint presentation. Looking for the webinar that I have. I don't think it was that one, was it? Yeah, I think it was this one right here. It's been a while since I've done that one. Yeah, so here is what I have actually used. And I would usually upload it to something like YouTube, but for this case I have. So this is me. At this point, I'm just kind of going what they're going to learn in the training. I'm showing some testimonials here at the very beginning of why I made this training for you. Then I go into the meat of things. And I just kind of give them more bonuses towards the end here, what they can get when they join the program and so forth. And so I think there's another updated version of this that I haven't put up yet. I'm still working on it. Let me see if I can bring that up. I actually have that. Yeah, let me bring that up. I don't think you're going to be able to see that screen though, because it's going to be opened up in PowerPoint. So I have it a more touched up version where I just put more qualifying things and more setups in the very beginning. I might have that in the description so you can look at an example of that. But pretty much, this is a great way to, if you have products that are very expensive or just products that you want people to understand more about, it could be on anything, like how this free webinar will show you how to manage your back pain day to day without having to costly spend on painkiller medications, having to pause your day for another day and go into bed with all the problems you already have. So there's different kind of things for different kind of niches, and so your funnel scripts will look a lot different than mine. Which this this is the amazing thing about using the using this overview right here, that you can structure all this the way you need to. You can move from intro to content, and then you move into showing them the questions and then showing them how they can get their bonuses at the very end. And at first, I know it sounds very kind of confusing, but when you start understanding this and you start practicing, that's what makes everything better. When I was a soccer player, Division I athlete playing soccer, I focused solely on that, and I did school and academics, but I put over 10,000 hours of soccer in, and so now I've become more habitual about it. More, like my skill sets are there, even though I don't play for a long time. I can still have like that touch or that pass of the ball and things like that. So you got to learn things. You got to become more repetitive in what you do, and putting yourself out there in a place where you're uncomfortable is the best thing to do. I'm going to tell you that right now. If you're right now questioning yourself whether this can work for you, don't do that, because I know it will. It's just you having to get yourself in a place where you can do all this and you can, become something more. So that's perfect webinar scripts from ClickFunnels. That's a script you can use for anything, not just getting it from ClickFunnels. You can use that in different ventures you have and different businesses that you're working with, and it can really boost your confidence first. It can really help a lot of people second, and third, it can bring in more money for you that you need in within your business or your clients or whatever it is you're trying to accomplish. What are your goals? So that's it, and hopefully you got a lot of value out of this. Make sure you check the description. If you haven't subscribed, make sure to do that. But let me know what you think, and also if you have any questions, go ahead. All right, talk to you guys soon. Bye.